गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों। आज हम लोगों का गरुला मिल हाई स्कूल का इंग्लिश का ऑनलाइन क्लास का ये पहला दिन है। बच्चों, इसके पहले हम लोगों ने इंट्रोडक्शन क्लास लिया था और जिसमें हमारे स्कूल के प्रधानाध्यापक डॉक्टर सदन शाह ने आपका वेलकम भी किया था और आपके ब्राइट फ्यूचर का शुभकामनाएं भी दिया था। एंड टुडे आई डॉक्टर राकेश यादव as of your English teacher now just going to start of your English class. And my dear students, previously in the you can say previous video I have just introduced about the syllabus. So here in this video I am not talking about the syllabus. Here I have been assigned to teach poems, very beautiful poems. There are 5 poems that has been allotted by the council. So again and again, gradually and gradually I will teach you all of the 5 poems. So बच्चों, आज मैं स्टार्ट करने जा रहा हूँ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल पोएम नेम्ड अपन वेस्ट मिनिस्टर ब्रिज। आप अगर बोर्ड पे देखें, इफ यू लुक एट द बोर्ड you can find out, you can see upon Westminster Bridge, and this poem is composed or written by William Wordsworth. बच्चों, जैसे आप हिंदी लिटरेचर में देखे होंगे, बहुत सारे कवि हैं जो प्रकृति के ऊपर में लिखते हैं। संस्कृत में कालिदास है, तो जो स्थान कालिदास का संस्कृत में है, जो स्थान आपके बहुत सारे हिंदी के पोएट्स हैं, जैसे आप मैथिली गुप्त हैं जिन्होंने प्रकृति के ऊपर में लिखा, लाइकवाइज द सेम पोजीशन इज एक्वायर्ड बाय आवर वेरी लविंग पोएट नेम विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ। बच्चों, बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द पोएम आई वुड लाइक टू इंट्रोड्यूस अबाउट समथिंग विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ। माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, I can say that William Wordsworth is a poet of nature. He is a nature poet. And now you can surely ask, sir, what is nature poet or what is nature poem? So मेरे दोस्तों, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, मैं एक ही बात बोलूँगा कि ऐसी कविता जो प्रकृति के बारे में डीलिंग करती हो, जो प्रकृति के बारे में डिस्कस करती हो, जिसमें इंसानों की बात हो, जिसमें इंसानों के गुडनेस की बात हो, ऐसे कविता को हम लोग नेचर पोएम कहते हैं या पोएम ऑफ नेचर कह सकते हैं। लाइकवाइज द पोएम दैट हैज बीन प्रेजेंटेड बिफोर यू अपॉन वेस्टमिनिस्टर ब्रिज, इट इज आल्सो अ नेचर पोएम एंड विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ इज अ ग्रेट 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 नेचर पोएट। First thing I would like to say about William Wordsworth, that he is one of the greatest nature poet of English literature. He spread the English literature in all over the world through his nature poems. My dear students, one thing I would like also say, that what was the philosophy of William Wordsworth regarding nature. So first thing I would like to say that William Wordsworth was a great nature poet and he loves the nature. He always traveling into the forest. He used to wander into the hill areas. He used to go at the sea beaches and sitting hours and hours and watching the beauty of the nature. So he loves the nature, and there is also a very heart-touching philosophy of William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth believes, William Wordsworth confirms that nature is a living being. Generally in our day-to-day life, हम क्या विश्वास करते हैं कि नेचर इज अ नॉन लिविंग थिंग। ए पत्थर, ए चट्टान, ए नदियाँ, everything, they are the non-living things, they don't have the life. But William Wordsworth believes that nature has a life. He believed that the nature has a soul, just like the human beings has a soul, just like the God has a soul. Likewise, nature also has the soul. And just like we, the human beings, love the nature, likewise, nature also loves human beings. So, at some extent, the human being and the nature are interrelated, interconnected. Our existence depends on the nature, and the nature existence depends we on the human beings. We are of the you can say all the beings of the world. So universe, so the God, so the man, so the nature, everything is interconnected. Even he believes that the stones has a life. He believes that the forest has a life. He believes that the sun has a life. He believes that the moon has a life. The sun, the moon, the sea beaches, the oceans, everything has a life, and they are calling us. They are loving us. William Wordsworth believes that the person who loves the nature never betray her lovers. प्रकृति कभी भी अपने चाहने वालों का दिल कभी नहीं तोड़ती है. So it was the philosophy of William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth believes that the nature is living. यह सजीव है. And just like we, the human being, has a life, has the soul, likewise the nature also has the soul, nature also has the life. So the God, the nature, and we, the human beings, all are interconnected, interrelated. My dear friends, my dear students, William Wordsworth also has a very beautiful concept regarding the poetry. He says that the poetry is the spontaneous overflow of the powerful emotions. Whenever we, the human beings, have so many powerful emotions, so many powerful feelings, and then when these powerful feelings, powerful emotions begin to overflow, whenever we are unable to control our emotions, at that very time we begin to write the poetry. And so the poetry is the beautiful exposure. So the poetry is the beautiful, you can say, presentations of our powerful emotions. So every poetry is written when a man is ecstatic, when a man is feeling frenzy. At that very time he write down the poetry. So poetry is also something, you can say, expressions of the powerful emotions of the mankind. And one thing I would like to say about the concept of William Wordsworth regarding man. My dear students, you will be very surprised that William Wordsworth was the poet of man also. He was the poet of mankind. You know, he also participated in the French Revolution. He believes in the equality. He believes in the liberty of all mankind. He always believes that there should not be any variation between man to man. All are equal, whether they are lower caste, whether they are rich, whether they are poor, whether they are the women, but all, the man, the rich, the poor, the black and white, the women, the male, all are equal. We are the human beings and we have the same human rights. So he believes in the liberty, he believes in the equality, and he believes in the fraternity. My dear students, he always write in his poetry about the farmers. He write in his poetry about the simple laymen, mountain dwellers, forest dwellers, farmers, even the animals. Even he has given the full details in his poetry, how the farmers speaks, what languages, how the simple languages they are using when they are communicating with each other. So William Wordsworth always and always talk about the simple language, the simple people, the simple language, and their simple life standard. So William Wordsworth, at some extent, he was the lover of the rustic people, he was the lover of the village people, and at some extent, he was not liking the life of the city, though he has some time spent in the London. But if you go through all his poems, you can find out, you can look, you can see that his heart, his soul, his mind rest in the village people. So he was also the poet of the man. He always talked about the common man, about the simple man, about the farmers, about the laymen, about the mountain dwellers, about the forest dwellers. So William Wordsworth, you can say he was also the poet of the simple common man. My dear students, today here I am talking about the poem Upon Westminster Bridge. Here you can find out Upon Westminster Bridge. And this poem is written by William Wordsworth. I have already said that he is a nature poet. And now I am coming upon the Westminster Bridge. What is Westminster? Westminster Bridge is a bridge that was constructed upon the Thames River. And if you go through the YouTube, go through the Google, you can find out the picture of the Westminster Bridge. And what had happened one day at the early morning, the poet William Wordsworth was crossing this river at the early morning, and standing at the bridge, he was looking at the beauty of the London city upon the Westminster Bridge. And so he has written this poem, and this is a very beautiful poem. And before explaining the whole poem, I would like to say one basic thing, that this poem is a sonnet. तो इसको बड़ा करिएगा. This poem is a sonnet. Or my dear students, the word sonnet is not new for you. The concept, if you go through in class 10, you have gone through a poem written by Vivian Derozio, and this was also a sonnet to the peoples of Hindu College. The name of the poem written by Vivian Derozio, to the peoples of Hindu College. So you know some little bit information about the sonnet. So no doubt, whenever you are reading in class 11, so you should know, you can say some big information, some depth information about the sonnet. So my dear students, at general sense, a sonnet is a short poem. You can say that a sonnet is a short poem. And what is the most prominent feature of this poem is that it has only 14 lines. Only it has 14 lines. And one sonnet treats only one theme or emotion. A sonnet is a short poem. It has 14 lines and it has only one theme or emotion. Suppose a poem is written, मान लीजिए कि एक पोयम है जो प्यार के ऊपर लिखा गया, लव के ऊपर लिखा गया, तो द एंटायर सोनेट विल रिवॉल्व अराउंड द सिंगल थीम और इमोशन. It means very simple magic. One sonnet treats only one theme or emotion. And basically the word sonnet has been taken from an Italian word sonetto. It is an Italian word. Always remember, my dear students, this is an Italian. The word sonetto comes from the Italian word, and sonetto means to sing, or you can say to music. So you can say that any poem that can be sung with the help of the music, it can be called a sonnet. So you can say a sonnet has some musical quality. You can say that sonnet was being written for what? To sing before the audience. So today, uh, here I am just discussing the word sonnet. Sonnet, what is sonnet? A question surely come into your mind. What is sonnet? So sonnet is a short poem. It has only 14 lines. Okay, and one sonnet treats only one theme or emotion. And one thing clearly I am saying to my dear students, that the word sonnet, it has been taken from a Italian word sonetto. स्क्रीन बड़ा कर दीजिएगा. The word sonnet, that is an English word, but this word sonnet is taken from an Italian word sonetto. That means to sing or to compose a music. So a sonnet has something, the quality of a musical poem that can be sung with the help of the musical instrument before the audience. So this is a sonnet, and my dear students, one thing is also clear. This sonnet is divided into two parts. One is Italian sonnet, or short Petrarchan sonnet. थोड़ा साइज बढ़ा कर दिएगा इस पे. Sonnet can be divided into two parts. One is the Italian sonnet or Petrarchan sonnet, and the second one is the English sonnet. English sonnet, or you can say Shakespearean sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet. So in class 11, there is only the Italian sonnet. In your syllabus, it is only the Italian or Petrarchan sonnet. So here in this class, I am not going to discuss the English sonnet or the Shakespeare sonnet, because in class 12 you have to go through a sonnet named "Shall I Compare You to a Summer's Day" by the Shakespeare. So it is a class 12 syllabus, and here I will discuss only about the class 11. So once again, my dear students, here I am just concluding what we have gone through today. Number one, today I, Dr. Rakesh Yadav, introduced a poem named "Upon Westminster Bridge." It is a very beautiful sonnet, a beautiful poem written by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is a nature poet, and he has talked about the nature. And the poem is a great example of a sonnet. And what is sonnet? A sonnet is a short poem, and it has only 14 lines. And it treats only one theme or emotion, and it also has a very beautiful rhyme. Okay, very beautiful rhyme. Just like take any Hindi songs. ओ साथी रे कैसा सिला दिया, कभी बंधन जुड़ा लिया, कभी बंधन छुड़ा लिया, लिया लिया दिया दिया. Likewise, the sonnet also have rhymes, rhythm, because the aim of a sonnet to compose a poem, to compose a song, and it can be sung with the help of the musical instrument, and it is sung before the audience. So, my dear students, today I have talked about introduction about the Upon Westminster Bridge. Today I have discussed about the philosophy of William Wordsworth, and now I have also given the basic information about the sonnet. And so, my dear students, today I am just closing this class because it is a background I have given. And in the next videos, I will start the poem. And whenever I will start the poem, please keep the English poem books before you. आप अपने सामने English का poem को रखिएगा, और then I will teach you each and every lines. Okay, thank you. Good day, my dear students.